last time we played, the Sun Solstice Street Fair continued, and so too did the party's excursion into the endless night. We began with most of the party heading into the Magisterium, while Car 10 took to the rooftops to attempt to follow one of the translucent doves that was leaving I think it was the fishman's fish cart was what it was leaving. And as he dodged and weaved and swung across one of the gaps on that big crane, he was attacked. He was attacked by Car 4, who he scuffled with on a rooftop and ultimately evaded by shoving down a chimney into an unsuspecting Victorian family's home, and then running off to try to find the party. While all that was happening, the party met the caretaker of the Magisterium, Mr. Halbrecht, a stern and upright fellow, as well as the ever-curious Professor Yancey. Yancey agreed to have tea with all of you, despite Mr. Halbrecht's his dismissiveness of your party, I guess we'll call it. And you guys discussed with him many of the things you had recently learned, including what you had learned from talking to the psyche of the mage who had been studying the Aetherblight. And he actually managed to provide, I think, most of the remaining ingredients you guys needed for the Aetherblight potion, or the experimental potion that's said to treat the Aetherblight in some capacity. After that trip and regrouping, all of you went back out into the street fair, during which different things drew your attention, and V, who wandered off by himself, was abducted in an alley. During his abduction, which people did not immediately notice because they were otherwise busy. I believe that was when Phil had his pie-eating contest. Let's see. I feel like some other stuff happened in there, too.
There was definitely something
But my notes are
else.
Right.
Because
didn't they eat
there was
some
three
shish kebabs or something?
Oh,
we,
yeah.
when we
There was
slept,
the eel guy.
Yeah.
we meditated or something in a magical.
Yeah, you guys found the magic tent where you could rest there for an hour, and it gave you the benefits of a long rest. So I think not everyone long rested. A couple of people chose not to, but most of the party long rested. During all of that, V woke up in something called the Freak Pits and proceeded to get gloriously out-wrestled by this guy in the Freak Pits who had some kind of blood magic of his own, despite his 2 extra arms, and beaten into submission and then unconscious, basically. It was rough. It was rough.
Not basically. I got knocked out.
Yeah, you did. You got soundly beaten by that guy, and then you ended up awakening in the alley that you were abducted in after losing the fight, just as the party was coming out into the main square to look for you after their own adventures. And that was where we will be beginning. I did forget one thing. I forgot that at the very beginning we had the cold open, where a body was found. A dead body. A murdered man in an alley just outside of one of the street fair avenues that was being investigated by a small team of private investigators. And this session, we'll be picking up with that very same trio. As they stand in another alley farther north up the avenue, investigating another murder scene. William, you're leaned over this body. Go ahead and make a wits study test for me. The highest target number on the study test is 15. Additionally, Bernard, both you and Luna, please make wisdom study tests for me.
Let me get.
And your character can be
Bernard,
doing whatever the fuck he wants to do.
He's just creeping around behind Philly and pretending to be useful.
Study tests are easy for me.
You said wisdom study for me?
Yep. And Luna? Luna got a 12.
I got a 9.
I got
6. 8. Overlooking the corpse, you do find a similar wound. The body is pristine otherwise, other than its kind of like sickly, pale skin tone and skinny form. It is a male. He looks fairly young. You see some bags under his eyes. Likely this is somebody who was drinking and partying since the start of the festival over 36 hours earlier. But that same wound is the only thing you find on the body. 2 pristine pokes, scars, like dagger points dug into the neck of the victim.
Fillion, what do you see?
Well, it looks like the same kind of jabs in the neck.
That's very strange. He kneels down
Luna,
next to him.
do you recognize any familiar smells from the last site?
I think I've picked up a trail. The wolf turns her sleek body and she points almost like a pointer out into the busy avenue. Whoever it was has traveled north.
Can you tell how recently?
They're using the busy paths, hiding in plain sight.
What does she say, Bernard?
Recently. We're close behind them now.
Well, if we follow her, I think we might be able to find who did this. Apparently went that way fairly recently, and I'll point the way Luna is pointing.
She points more.
Well then, by all means, Luna, lead the way.
She'll take off into the crowd.
Not that fast. Okay, let's go.
Follow behind.
And the 3 of you, as we kind of pan up, move your way through the crowded streets of the street fair as translucent doves swoop. And that takes us back to the party standing in the alley. You've currently got V kind of leaned up against a crate. Outside of like a couple very specific instances, this is like the most like beat up and ragged you've probably ever seen V. He's looking very tired and worn out.
Did I regain consciousness yet?
Yeah, when they found you, Dari like woke you up and like leaned you up against the boxes.
What happened, V?
I mean, I followed some weird-looking guy into the alley, and then next thing I knew, I was fighting another guy with like one giant arm who seemed to just infinitely have some bullshit that made him stronger infinitely.
Every time I punched him, he hit me harder.
And then I woke up back in the alley after he knocked me out.
Is this some sort of organized fight ring or something?
I think there was some guy announcing who said it was the Freak Pits.
Have I heard of the
Have you ever?
Make a wits or wisdom and knowledge test. The target number is going to be 20.
13.
Nah. You have heard of underground criminal, like illicit activities, and all of you are aware now that there's definitely like some structure of an underground society in this city.
I have not heard of that specifically.
I wonder if it's run by the same people who run that black market magic sewer place.
As all of you are having this conversation, Phil, out of the crowd, you see kind of this worn, like scroll, like pamphlet. It's pretty large, like the size of a newspaper, like blowing through the people and out. Like it escaped off one of the stand tables, and it just kind of sticks to your leg. And as you peel it off, it looks like that.
Hell yeah.
Another museum. I'm not sure this one would have the answers that the Magisterium had.
What's it called?
He'll turn the paper around.
All of you can see it.
We will instantly go, oh, that place is awesome. Where is it? I'd love to go through again.
That place is not awesome.
I don't think we should.
The macabre is associated often with death. Did you see death there?
They had an exhibit called Dr. Death that had come back to life and was controlling all of the other exhibits, trying to kill us. It was awesome.
That does not sound awesome. Maybe you need to figure out what awesome and awful mean. I think you have them switched. Or maybe the guy with the big fist switched them for you.
We jumped into a painting and we're running from painting to painting, fighting a guy. It was great.
V genuinely enjoyed his time in there.
V, you feel your legs getting weak, and like almost uncontrollably you fall back into the crate that you were like leaned on, even with that like excitement that kind of like almost re-energized you. The rest of you can tell that like V probably needs to find somewhere to just like chill for a bit.
Doctor, should we get him back to the tent where he could rest?
Oh, yes, that would be a great place.
Let's get your strength up maybe a little bit, and he'll pull one of his healing coffees. He's got it like in like what looks like crude mason jars, and he'll give you like a med coffee.
Oh, thanks. I'll take it from you. I'll put a little chili powder over the top of it and then drink it.
That is fine.
What does that give him back, James?
Unfortunately, this was my low quality one from last time, so it's just removing a health wound. But
I mean, I'm currently at 1 below threshold, so I'll take an extra 1 below threshold.
As all of you turn back to the courtyard, you can walk back down to where you were. You would also see some doves ahead that are swooping through the crowd. One perches, it looks like, on some shingles on an overhang for a tavern built into one of the building sides called the Hearse and Harrow. And another actually swoops through the crowd as some kids kind of ooh and ah, and it catches on the finger of a man with a long-tailed coat and a wide-brimmed hat. He chuckles, and he brushes his finger over the translucent dove as it disappears, and then he starts speaking with some of the crowd members. He carries this air of fantasticalism that almost matches the heart and the beat of this street fair. He feels kind of like a party host.
Car will help V up if he needs it.
Car, as you're helping him up and you see this taking place in the next courtyard over, you are pretty sure you recognize this figure. You're pretty sure you saw this figure on that rooftop before Car 4 dived you out of the air.
Doctor, Phil, that is the man in the hat. He points at them.
Dr. Phil.
Too much.
Phil kind of squint his eyes, look in the crowd. The one from the other car. Does he have control of you? Is this your maker?
I do not know. I do know that the doves seem to fly in and out of his coat.
Well, should we stop by?
I think we should.
Sure.
Let's see what he has to say.
Kara pull his hood down a little bit closer and then continue to kind of carry V as much as he can support his weight, even though he's way heavier than him.
I'm going to say it'd be like me leaning a hand on your head. Aren't you like the size of a child, too?
He's like 5 foot and some change, 5'4" or something like that.
So a large child?
Or a very short man.
As all of you make your way through the courtyard, Dare kind of at the front, along with Phil, directing all of you up to this figure. He flourishes as he is turning away from those he was entertaining, and he smiles. He's got bright green eyes behind this almost raven-like mask that's covering this section of his face. He's got these big furls coming off of the top of his coat, and his leather collar is raised kind of high. His skin is pale like the moonlight that lights the streets, and he flourishes one of his spindly hands, each of his nails painted this kind of endless obsidian black that almost when you look at it, your eyes almost kind of fall into, they have depth to them that shouldn't be there. And he smiles and he says, guests of the street fair, I have seen you. You've been enjoying the games. You've been enjoying the magic we have to offer. Can't say I'm surprised with a mage walking amongst you, or a fae for that matter. My name is Fandral. I am the host of the Sun Solstice.
So you are part of a we that puts this on.
I am the voice of the fair, though the efforts of many go into the event every year. After all, it's not easy in an unbelieving world to take over the streets for so many nights. He turns, his eyes almost snap to Dare, and he says, you're looking a bit peckish, in need of some blood.
I can acquire my own, thank you.
Do be careful. When the nights are long, it becomes less of a pleasure and more of a curse.
Seems we are cursed with familiarity of you, at least a couple of us. What else is Fandral in charge of in this city?
I wouldn't think of myself as in charge of anything so much as the engine that keeps everything going. I just want to make sure everyone is having fun and keeping the peace, of course. All of you have been doing a great job, although I must say with so many monsters amongst you, I recommend the Hearse and Harrow. After all, they only let monsters inside of there.
Does that mean he can't go in? I'll point to Max.
He'll turn and he'll look at Max. I don't know. What is a monster, really?
That's a good point. He's a robot. Is he allowed to go in? I'll point to Car.
A monster to some, perhaps. But you'll have to ask the doorman for that. I will say, some monsters look the part, but I find monsters' actions just as pure.
Funny you should say that after labeling some of us as monsters. I think that is a label that can only be put on oneself.
I don't know. Your Hunters Guild seems to put it on a lot of different things.
This is not my guild. There's a
You're
reason
not
I
part of
never
it
joined.
either?
There's a reason I never joined the guilds.
That was Jensen's
Oh.
guild. You did get hit in the head very hard, V.
I thought he was also a member, but I guess I never really asked, just kind of assumed.
No, there's certain things that Phil philosophically does not totally agree with the monster hunting, and that's why he
Fair enough.
helped turn Jensen into a more of a gray area monster hunter than most.
That's fair. That's fair.
It seems to me all of you could use a little peace and quiet to learn more about each other. There's a tent just down the way that I find is quite restful.
Yeah, I need to visit there again.
I will help you, V. You just like palming my head like a cane.
You should do a better job policing just this part of the city. Your fantastical engine, sir. Sometime pits get full of vermin. As we walk away.
Enjoy the moonlight.
Hey, wait, is that pit only part of this thing, or is that usually here?
When they turn you to walk away, and then you look back over your shoulder after he says that, he's not there.
Oh, damn it. Needed a rematch. We're going to have to find somebody else who knows about it.
Perhaps in this hearse and Harrow.
Well, if we throw around enough money, I'm sure we could figure it out.
Maybe. Anyway, I'm going to take a sleep, and then I can meet you guys at the tavern.
I will go with you.
Yes, I expect it's for the best if you don't travel alone for the time being.
Apparently, when we separate, we are attacked.
You trying to say to not split the party? Where's the fun in that?
It's like
Exactly.
the GM is trying to tell us a message about
At the
splitting
very
it.
least, have a buddy system.
No matter what is happening, I always want you to be splitting the party. Just for the record. Whether it feels like I'm punishing it or not.
Splitting the party's so much fun, you know?
I would not trust that man when he says you should go somewhere. But if you must rest there.
I don't know, his little dove thing led us to the fish stall, and that was pretty cool. And the eel thing, and the tooth fairy, and the
Don't
magic
think it
show
was
that
his
we
fault.
won.
I don't think people getting attacked was his fault. Let's go to
He's
the
gone
tent,
anyway. Yeah.
All right, is everybody going to the tent or just the two of them?
I think they're the only ones that would benefit from it, right?
We all had. Did we all get that?
They
long
did tell
rest?
you guys that you wouldn't like. It was kind of like a thing you could only do every once in a while.
Yeah, Phil, you did it too, so we're all
Yeah, I was just-
we're
I'm
all
fine
healed up.
then. Yeah. I would go as long as somebody's going with it. There's more than one of you going. He would just go to the hearse and Harrow.
I'll
That's
follow
what
you
Max
there.
would do too.
All right. So the two of you head back to the tent. Did we use the tent last time?
I don't remember. I'm trying to think. I don't think so, because I didn't have any wounds at the beginning of last session, and I don't really benefit that much from long rest, but I might be wrong.
We'll just go with the honor system on that because I can't remember either. So the two of you head back to the tent. The rest of you head up to the door to the hearse in Harrow. As which one of you knocks on the door? The door is closed. There's light on the inside, and you can hear song. Phil, the voice of the singer sounds oddly familiar. Like maybe somebody you've crossed paths with before.
I think there's someone inside that may have sung to me before. And he'll go up and knock on the door, rap on the door.
This metal plate kind of rolls back rustily from the other side of the door, and you see a pair of wide-set eyes. Oh, yeah.
Greetings.
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 Faye, and the rest of you.
Just as observant as you.
Car's eyes glow from within the hood, so he looks like a Jawa.
The eyes shift to you, Max. No humans here.
No
What about
humans.
this?
No humans. What kind of way to run an establishment is that?
Monsters tend to scare your kind.
Max will mutter something under his breath and then hold up his hand, and a small blue flame appears in his hand and say, I am not easily frightened, you'll find.
Mage. More frightening than most. You hear the lock start to tumble on the other side of the door. A large, brutish figure with a pig-like face pulls it open as all of you enter. And you hear a voice from off to the side say, Yes, thank you. Thank you. My name is Dorian Davin Davos, traveling bard, singer of songs, and let me leave you with one last haunting tune. And as all of you enter into this low-lit, oil-lanterned, sparse-tabled dive of a tavern, Dorian sings off on this stage, instruments kind of dancing, almost floating around him lazily. What would all of you like to do?
Car's gonna take his cloak off for once.
Is this who I think it is? Like, is this?
Yes, you do recognize him. Last time you saw him was on the other side of the Grey Vale, on the far eastern ridges of Karth, in a roadside tavern, basically performing.
You don't often forget one with three first names, all starting with the same letter. I have seen this one before. I was not wrong.
He dances amongst the tables as he sings. The bartender kind of leans over at all of you. As he leans over, you notice he's got this kind of like constant sweat to his body, and his like muscles are almost like fluid in the way he moves. His neck moves in like this almost snake-like fashion as he's kind of like waiting to see what you all want. Much of the crowd has gone silent at this point and just gets drawn into Dorian's fluid movements through the tables, the way he interacts with the crowd as he sings, passing this kind of like deep-brimmed bowler cap around as people toss some coins in it as he moves. You can see that his pathway is taking him as the song plays out slowly closer and closer to through all the tables, weaving. He's probably going to end up somewhere near the bar.
Car will give him some coin since he finally has some.
He nods to you as he sings. He stops for a moment and his eyes fall on you knowingly, Phil, and then he continues through the tables, playing up to the audience.
I'll smile at him and also drop a couple, whichever one's the smaller one. I can't remember. Dakota Marks.
Max will mutter under his breath, well, not much for showmanship, but I suppose he knows how to keep an audience's attention.
Is that not a version of showmanship? Is that not what you do, Maximilian?
He sings very good, Max.
Yes, and I suppose for such an environment as this, it is appropriate.
Art, just like what you do, just comes in many forms.
Are there any other constructs in the bar?
No. But make wits or wisdom and study test for me.
8.
Highest target number is 12.
At 7.
Let it tell its secrets. Let the small
16.
Most of the crowd's been drawn in, especially as his enchanted instruments kind of get more and more involved with his act and the song is building. But you can see that there's some tables that are set up for gamblers. It looks like probably the most popular game in this tavern is a dice game that's just generally popular in this area called Jip. And there's also definitely like people who were, before they got absorbed in the performance, playing like Liar's Dice and those kinds of games. Think here. Off to one of the corners, Max, you're pretty sure you see a couple of the mages that had been trying out as performers that didn't make the cut at the birthday party. Additionally, through your heightened sense of smell from your vampirism, Dare, you are fairly certain that one of the pale figures. Oh yeah, I apologize.
We at the tent.
I apologize. So yeah, you wouldn't notice that. Yeah, so that's it. That's all you guys notice.
Max would particularly keep an eye out for Oliver.
Okay.
Should we find seats and wait for the doctor and V?
Should say so.
That strange snake-like bartendress, she kind of shifts her head and she says, "Do you want any drinks before you go? Or perhaps something more potent? I offer alchemy as well, if that's what you came here looking for."
I am always looking for new ways to new such things. How does yours work? How do you what vessel do you take?
So,
I
create
too.
potions and poisons, if that kind of thing is necessary.
What poisons do you have available?
You realize that you're saying that in this moment of complete silence as Davos ends his song.
Carr has no idea there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah. And there's like some heads that turn and look, and then everyone just goes back to what they were doing as the ambience of the tavern picks back up and the bard's instruments put themselves down in their cases. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here for at least a few more nights. There's some chuckles. And then he goes about cleaning up off to the side. She turns to look at you and she says, "Perhaps a poison that will cause forgetfulness? Or a poison that when drunk can cause one to go blind for a time?"
Do any work when applied to a blade?
This one that alters memories would. The lilac's poison could easily grace a blade.
How much would you like for it?
For such a strange monster as I've never seen before. 3 dacotes.
He hands it over.
She hands over the vial of thick, kind of sludgy purple liquid to you. Now remember, coat it all. It's a one-time use kind of thing.
He slides it into his little bag.
Have you ever heard of something called coffee?
I have, yes. You said you're an alchemist.
I have learned. Sorry, continue.
Perhaps I would have something of interest for you, too.
this is not a infused coffee as I can usually make, but something for you in exchange for maybe to help pay for whatever you would like to give me.
Make a wisdom performance test for me. Let's see how good this coffee is. Target number is going to be 10.
14.
Okay. Very good indeed. Perhaps the best coffee I've ever had.
You should try my infused ones that can help you see, and ones that iron the belly.
And you may have this. She puts an old, chipped mortar and pestle set on the counter. I took this from the home of a hag, hiding in the green sleeves of the glens. Perhaps it'll do your alchemy some good.
Wow. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and this well-worn bowl is like nothing I have ever seen. Thank you. It is quite the gift.
She'll smile. You're welcome.
And a glass of wine would do as well, please, which I will gladly pay for.
She'll smile. 3 marks as she services up the wine to you in a big goblet.
I'll say a drink for either of you, and I'll just put down 8 a coat, and not expect anything back.
Car will just have a drink, but not actually drink it. He'll just hold it so he looks the part.
For sure. But he means to leave the rest of it for her as a tip.
Max, are you interested in any of her alchemical implements or a drink? He's put down enough money for you.
Max will take a glass of wine as well. We have everything we need for the potion we were planning, right?
You do.
Yeah,
she
we
does
do.
look like she does look like she has a couple more potions. You know, one of them causes blindness. She also has a strange-looking candle.
Does it appear to be magical?
Yes. When you run your dragon shard over it, it does appear to be magical. You would also clock that she turns and she notices the dragon shard, and she definitely knows what it is. This candle looks similar to the candle that Charlotte had that would reveal ghosts. That was found in Lambeth Hollow. It's definitely not the same thing, but it is similar.
Max would inquire about the candle.
A Wiccan's candle, a witch's implement when they are dealing with Rakshas or rowdy undead. It can, for a short period of time, about a minute or so, produce an aura that does not allow undead creatures to cross into it. Yes, that would mean that V could not cross into it.
Or the doctor.
What if we started in it, though?
You're gonna find out if you try it.
Let's say, is it a...
There's the mortar and pestle that she gave you, James.
Max would say, and would you be interested in parting with said candle?
It is, of course, for sale. I do most of my business during the solstice. How about 5 dacoits?
Would you be interested in a trade?
What do you have to offer?
One moment.
Very cool. And when she puts down the drink, Phil will hand one to Max and say, a token of gratitude for looking at this mortar and pestle under the guise of that piece of glass later. That is pretty cool, though. That gives me 2 rerolls because I also bought the feature that gives me reroll once every time. So.
But remember, you gotta roll. You gotta reroll. You gotta roll on the D100.
That's fine.
It can't explode.
Yeah.
Can we sell this brick of ether dust here?
And yeah, other people can be looking through their random stuff that they've collected if they want to try to help him trade for this candle. There's also another potion up there that's not identified.
With this help, Maximilian, he holds an enormous block of ether dust out.
That is a lot of drugs.
Wasn't Aether dust something we needed for...
Yes. We need some of that.
We have some already. We found like too much. Because I think you got a bag off of the guys, and then
actually.
Okay, then I'll save it.
You gotta understand, he needs the amount that he found originally for the experiment, and he needs the brick to keep him up a bunch of nights so he can do the experiments.
Perhaps I should save these drugs for the doctor. Puts it back.
Such a tease. You are a monster.
Man, I think she's flirting with you, Car.
Max will say, I believe we can deal with the block of dust later. I'm not sure this is the proper venue for such a thing.
Smile. Well, something else, perhaps?
I believe I will take the candle. 5 Dakota seems reasonable.
She'll nod her head and collect the coin. And there is your candle.
And maybe for being such good customers, mayhaps I could ask you a question.
Of course.
I would
on the coffee you gave her.
Yeah, I'll kind of like lean in a little bit, turn around fully in the stool and like arms up on the counter, and I would say, is this the sort of place that Fandrel might be found on any nights?
Fandrel comes and goes as the party requires, I think. But I suppose if you really wanted to find him, you need simply follow the doves.
That much we did know. I was more curious to see if he was coming and going at any particular times, or meeting with anybody else. And he'll slide another Dakota to her.
Make a charisma persuasion test for me. The target number's 12.
I can't hit that. It's 2d8s.
I mean, that's 16.
No, I'm sorry. It's 2d4s. It's a possibility of 8.
I'll let you spend a momentum to drop it to an 8.
Might as well try.
Six.
She will smile at you knowingly and take the Dakota and say, I have seen him meeting with some, but no one that seemed to be of distinct importance.
Well, I appreciate all you could tell us.
Excuse me, have you ever seen any more like myself? Constructs? Do they come here?
No, you're the first I have seen. Something of a rare beast, I suppose.
I suppose.
Anyways, take your drinks and find your booth and enjoy your evening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So all of you take your drinks and go to sit. The two of you reach the tent. Are you both taking advantage of the tent?
Yes.
I for sure am.
All right. Each of you gets a long rest. I think that means the tent's been used by pretty much everybody.
How long does the tent take you?
It takes an hour.
Okay.
So they're going to be chilling for a bit while they wait for you guys.
Gotcha.
Max never used the tent, but I might be the only one.
I think Max is the only one left who has not used the tent then.
And remind me, long rest you can roll a d8 to heal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Downtime. So you remove a number of health wounds equal to twice your brawn, and a number of sanity wounds equal to twice your wisdom, and then you can take a tend to wounds, refocus mind, long project, or take a watch. But in this situation, you would just choose tend to wounds or refocus mind.
Yeah. So I have 0 brawn, so I heal nothing naturally.
Oh yeah, so you're gonna roll a d8 then.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Uh,
You are the glass cannon build, except you don't deal damage. You're the glass doctor build.
the glass, yeah, the glass
doctor.
support, the glass support beam build.
Call me Dr. Glass.
I knew you were cosplaying as Samuel Jackson this whole time. Okay. And you'd also get all your uses of things back. Then we're going to cut back to the two of you after having left the tent, approaching the door. As the slat slides open, the big wide eyes of the doorkeeper look out at you. Welcome to the Horse and Arrow. The eyes shift back and forth slowly, and then you just hear the lock start to tumble. Monsters.
Oh, well, that was easy. Thank you.
That's
The
what I
door-
was thinking.
The door swings open, and you guys can see your allies sitting in a booth, which is now occupied by another stranger. This is Dorian Davin Davos, who has just come to sit down with his own drink. Phil, my friend. It has been far too long since I've run into you on the road, although I have to admit I had never expected to find you in a city this large.
I'm not sure I've ever been in a city this large. Dorian, your voice does not seem to falter with your years. Not scratchy like an old Phil's voice.
Like a fine wine, my friend. Like a fine wine.
This is fine wine. And he'll like hold his glass up.
He'll clink his glass with you.
What fine? How did you find your way here? Purposely for this festival?
This is Karth. All roads lead to Aethergarge, and why not take advantage of the sun's solstice after all? I most often have to hide my magic, but here, I can take my sets to a whole new level.
The instruments is a nice touch. They used to play themselves before, but now they float and play themselves as if ghosts play them. Fascinating.
He'll smile. And I see you found yourself an interesting group of... And then he kind of pauses and he turns as the two of you step up to the table. Friends.
Yes, these
Dorian
are my...
Davin Davos. He'll give you a little bow from his seat.
V, I purchased poison.
Nice. Who are we poisoning? I'll start looking around the bar.
Oh, nobody here, probably.
Perhaps you keep that to yourself, Carl?
He scoots over so that they could sit down.
Under the hood, as it were.
And Dorian, friend of yours? I'll look to the rest of the table.
Friend to one, friend to all. I'm a performer by trade.
An excellent
Hey, he's
one
a
at that.
performer. I'll point to Max.
He's going to turn and look at you, Max. If I had to guess, I'd say some kind of magician.
Max will hold up his cane with one hand and tip his hat to him with the other and say, "You've got me."
Perhaps we'll be sharing the stage of some great show someday. Singing the song of Maximilian the Magnificent.
Oh, Maximilian the Magnificent is pretty good.
It does have a nice ring to it, I must say.
So tell me, Phil, how did you find yourself in the company of all these monsters?
Well, I followed the path of an old friend, and in doing so, may have made, if I am to assume, made more than the one I had before. I have come a long way.
Yes, indeed. And Aethergarge is agreeing with your naturalist sensibilities?
Absolutely not. There's too much stink here, and too much dirt here, and not the good kind of dirt that feeds the trees.
So you have yet to discover that your purpose here is to bring us a little bit of that green we need.
Well, that is the hope. I have found that that's helping these people has felt good and is valuable to me and my mental faculties.
I must say for myself, the city is a respite from my recent journeys on the road. I came from the east through Lambeth Hollow, and a night's rest there is indeed a dangerous thing.
I too traveled through Lambeth Hollow not long ago.
Wait,
what
is
I
it not
understand-
safer now?
Well, we're here, aren't we? Why do you ask?
Well, I mean, we killed all the guys who were in Old Lambeth, and that was like...
You know, I have
Oh,
always
was
been
that
told
like
to
a
just
couple-
avoid Old Lambeth, so that's what I did. Certainly is a rather treacherous path to get there. I can't imagine why you wanted to. I hear the trees talk to you out there, and not in the fun way.
I mean, I don't remember any trees talking to us, but I do remember having to, like, go through a, like, veil between, like, this realm and, like, a different realm. And then there was a bunch of dead guys on the other side.
Thank God you're an expert.
No, I've never been to another realm before that one.
And what'd you think of your first time walking the planar chaos?
It was weird. I mean, it was just like an old vampire guy who was obsessed with power. It was kind of boring.
I
The
see.
museum was way funner.
I see. And that was how everyone else felt about the trip, I take it?
I did not make that trip, though my friend did. And it seems to have left a lasting impression on all of these folks.
I do not recommend the museum.
I'm not much for museums. They always want you to be quiet.
Not this
Right.
one. You could jump into paintings and run around and stop serial killers.
You were also on the menu, as it were, of the serial killer.
That's true. That's what made it really fun.
That is interesting. It's not every day you meet somebody who wants to eat an undead. I can tell by the smell.
Apparently this Museum of the Macabre was too macabre to want to go through a second time.
That makes sense to me. It sounds like a bit of a downer. Well, other than your description of it, of course, which I'm sure was most accurate.
I got to fight a giant snake monster.
I mean, that sounds terrifying.
It was so cool.
I hate snakes.
I do too. That's why we fought them.
Yeah, at least you're able to face your fears. Not every man can do that.
True.
And your purpose here? Just taking in the Sun Solstice Street Fair? Or perhaps searching for somebody in a tavern full of monsters? Or maybe you just came here to gamble. I hear the Liar's Dice is quite fun.
Many reasons we have for attending this solstice. But where would you head after this? Where is the next place?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm sure I won't stay in the city forever. Wherever my song takes me, I suppose. Or wherever the coin does.
Both are good.
Well, depending on how long you are here. I hear there is a talking book at the Museum of Mythos.
A talking book. Now that is pretty interesting.
I still need to go back and fight it again.
This is news to me too. I would wish to go see this book. Books have always talked to me, but it sounds like you're meaning it in a much more literal way.
Yes, it literally speaks to you.
Fascinating.
I need to do more training before I go back there. Still lots of books to read. Oh, do you know about the freak pits?
The freak pits? I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't sound like the kind of place I usually get hired onto.
Well, some guys abducted me and took me there, and I need to go back and fight the bullshit guy again.
How did it go the first time?
He kicked my ass, but now I know what I'm in for.
A significant amount of strength or something since then that would lead you to believe it won't happen a second time.
I took a nap. A really good nap.
I have to say, your friend's willpower is strong. His brain power, perhaps not so much, but his willpower, strong.
You work with what you can get.
That's true, we all have our own talents. Perhaps you try a different approach. Instead of fighting him head on, lean into your team here to help you.
We could poison him.
Ah, yes, he's very excited about that poison. I just realized I just realized if you found him and poisoned him, it wouldn't be like beating him, but he would forget that he beat you. So it'd be kind of like a reset.
Right? It's not bad. It's not bad.
Which is hilarious.
Oh god, I'm gonna say something now. I forgot what it was.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. I derailed us.
No, you're good.
Derailed by jokes.
Jokes are the best way to get derailed, you know?
I've been trying not to make a freak off joke this entire time.
Thanks. Thanks for trying. You did great.
Failed in the end.
The thought that counts, you know?
It is. Oh, wait, I remember what I was going to say now. I don't think anybody wants to donate body parts to help me.
I mean, the Sun Solstice Street Fair is very strange. Perhaps you keep exploring and you might find the body parts you're looking for. Please don't tell me why you need body parts.
Well,
I'm going to look down and be kept in the dark at this point.
I'm going to look down and we would be sitting there with like two hands on the table, but also two hands like holding the drink and taking a drink from it.
Yeah, he's unfazed by that part, but
I think I maxed out on arms too. I don't know if I'd have any more space for them.
Perhaps 2 more legs.
Ooh. 2 legs for walking and then 2 legs just for
one
kicking.
more head. You know, they say 2 heads are better than 1.
I have heard that. I don't know if it should be taken literally.
I mean, 4 arms are better than 2, shouldn't be either, but here we are.
Car's just staring at him, imagining a second head.
V's looking at his shoulder, imagining the second head as well.
Maybe
that
he's onto
seems
something.
confusing. I already have enough voices in my head. I don't think I need a second head for it.
But think of how quiet it is if you could exile 4 of them to half of them to another head.
That sounds lonely.
Would the second head control the other set of arms?
I don't know. Maybe.
Car looks at the doctor.
How would I know?
I mean,
Only one way to find out.
Cecil's a good boxer, so he could maybe be really good at controlling the other arms.
Are these like invisible friends that we're talking about, or?
Well, our current theory is that they're the people I made up of, but it's just a theory. There's 3 who are nice, and then there's 1 who's a real dickhead, but I haven't heard him since my hand got blown off. So maybe he was the hand.
That's
Sometimes
probably
you
just
speak-
coincidence.
Sometimes you speak too much to people you do not know.
He's practicing telling stories.
Yeah, you said I needed to get better at it.
Right, but part of being a better storyteller is knowing your audience.
Were you not liking my stories? I'll say to
Dorian.
Dorian.
I found it all very interesting, if not confusing.
You see, he was a great audience.
He is a good audience. Phil's gonna shake his head like no skin off his back, but like you probably shouldn't do that.
I thought
Dorian-
it was a good story.
Dorian drains the last of his wine and he says, "And alas, I must head up the road away to find another tavern to perform at. But may the Sun Solstice Street Fair treat you all well. And Phil, my friend, may we see each other again on the road."
Some other time for sure.
Yes. And remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Except for the 2-head thing. Try that. That sounds hilarious.
Wait, you wouldn't do it?
No, I'm good. I'm not a zombie.
But then you could do duets.
Not with that attitude.
I can also multiply my voice. And keep the doctor away from me. Toodaloo. He'll step away from the table to go collect his instruments.
He is a fun
How old are you
individual.
together again?
V, I thought the story was good. Don't tell Phil, sometimes I power down in the middle of his story and back up, and he doesn't even notice.
I know how you feel.
I will take that as not the insult that I think you meant it to be. But it was a good story, V. You have come a long ways in the short time that I've known you. I am just saying, maybe not everybody needs to be part of your audience. I think Dorian is above board and a great bard and a great storyteller himself, but you never know.
That makes sense.
The snake-like bartender comes back through. At this point, you guys have gathered through context clues and conversations that her name is Esme. More drinks, or heading back out into the night.
Do you have any food?
Yes, of course, we can serve food here. Brains, perhaps?
Yeah, you read my mind.
She'll smile. And brains for the rest of you as well, I assume.
No.
I'm kidding. A vegetarian plate, a goblet of blood. She points at Max. Perhaps something with red meat and potatoes?
That will suffice nicely, thank you.
And then she'll point at Cartin and act slightly confused and say, and a bit of oil. And she'll walk away.
He's still just holding his glass of wine.
She is very observant. I'll drop my voice a little bit and I'll say, and she told me that Fandrel meets folks here. I don't know what we want to do with that information, but I would like to know more about this Fandrel. He prickles the hair on the bottom side of my testicles.
Okay.
That's weird.
Have you never felt that before when talking to someone?
No. I don't think I have hair there.
Wait a minute, do I have testicles?
Yeah. That's what Phil's thinking. He's like, I wonder if he has testicles. He's not gonna say anything, but
3 of them.
no. 3?
3 of
Yeah.
them.
Cannon.
He figured while he was down there, he'd stick a backup in.
That's what keeps talking to him.
It's like a sack of marbles down there, you know?
I can take you to the other location that I saw the man in the hat. Perhaps.
That might be a good idea. Maybe take it on our way back to where we are going.
It will give me the opportunity to get my cloak back. And hopefully not encounter my brother again.
So you want to guide them back?
Did I get the feeling that he was, going somewhere around there, or was he just trying to lose me?
Who?
The man in the hat, when I was following the dove to him, like
You didn't really get the feeling he was trying to lose you. He was just like hanging on that rooftop collecting the doves.
well, perhaps
you
we
don't
could
know if your brother is still around there, though.
That's true. Might not be worth the cloak and the potential.
I think we canonized that you still had your cloak because you said you took it off when you walked into this place.
I got a second cloak from the.
Oh yeah. But I want 2 cloaks. Well, what do you guys want to do? Well, actually, here. So you guys finish your drinks and your food comes and you eat your food. Is there anything else you guys want to do in the Hearse and Harrow before you leave?
I'd probably do like one more look around.
You never noticed your rival. But those other magicians that were in the corner are definitely really wasted. No Oscar the Omnipotent, though.
I would probably just take another look around before we leave as I'm settling the food and see if there's any new faces that are interesting because we've been here for probably an hour and a half, right? Now at this point, couple hours?
You've been here a while.
Okay.
Couple hours.
Yeah, I would just like to take one more look
Go
at
ahead
that
and make
school.
one more wits or wisdom and study test. Anybody who would like to.
Can I do that as well?
Yeah.
I got a 5.
Jeez, I'm rolling terrible. 6.
Got a 6.
5.
Games
Oh
of
my god,
Jip.
B's the most observant.
Games of Jip. And
I got a 15.
Liar's Dice continue. Oh, you got a 15. Good. Liar's Dice continue. As you're watching those magicians, they eventually get so drunk that one passes out at the table and the other one is just kind of like randomly firing off magic spells that are like faltering, causing like different monsters that are about the bar to kind of laugh and draw attention to him. You do also notice that in one of the far corners now, there's a cloaked figure sitting, Max. And they have a set of pale, glowing eyes that are observing your party pretty closely. But you can't really see any features of the face other than that glow of their like big round eyes.
Max would say quietly, "Don't look now, but I believe we've garnered some untoward attention from the corner over there."
Fee will immediately turn and look at the corner.
Max will just roll his eyes.
The figure keeps staring.
Well, best to spring whatever trap he might have for us if he's going to follow us.
Should we leave and see if they follow?
Should we go talk to him?
Or that?
We just go scoot in the booth with him.
What do you want to do?
I'd say,
do you want to speak with him?
I mean, we can.
maybe before.
Do the eyes look like construct glowing eyes or like bestial glowing eyes?
That's what I was about to ask. Or like
You can't really tell
ghostly glowy
'cause
eyes.
you didn't roll well enough on your test.
I'm gonna go heat vision. Is he reducing heat?
He's definitely a heat source. But
Maybe.
you give off a heat source, so
Okay. I just think it would look a little different than a normal person's heat. Probably be emanating from the power core. But
you're definitely getting like an acute emanation from them.
Maybe.
Are the eye glows the same color as Car's eye glows?
No, not exactly the same, but it is a very similar like flashing effect.
I don't know. Should we go talk to him?
Maybe before we do, some of us can go outside. That could maybe ambush him if he attempted to run.
There's actually an archway on the other side of the tavern pretty close to where he's sitting too. So it could just as easily turn into him trying to go through a back door and becoming a chase, just so you know.
That's what I'm saying. Basically, like maybe like me and Car10 go out, find our way to the back, and like the other three, if we really want to talk to this entity, then we let us get into position first, type of thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
Carten might be the one he's here to talk to, though.
Well, that'll be even more of a tell because he'll probably just leave.
Well, why don't you two head outside, try and find the back way? We'll give you a few minutes and then go and talk to them.
I would most like to meet another like you. You are so interesting.
our last encounter was not very pleasant, but I am getting curious about my maker.
It's okay. Our first encounter with you wasn't very pleasant either.
This is very true.
All right.
He'll wiggle out of the booth, and then
I'll scoop myself out.
The two of them get up and turn their backs to the room as they head out the front door, and within a few paces of them moving, the figure slips out of their seat and starts to move towards the arch close to them, like they're exiting the other way.
Should we follow him?
I think that it would be a good idea. They are here for Car or Phil.
Okay, I'll get up and...
Three of you stand up and start to weave through the tables. Are you guys doing like a speed walk?
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. You start to weave through the tables as that figure disappears through the arch. When you reach the arch, you see the back door to the cobblestone like back alley like already hanging open, like blowing softly back and forth in the wind.
Let's pick up the pace.
I'll head outside.
As the three of you head outside, the two of you have stepped out the front of the building. And as you're stepping out the front of the building, you see in a completely different alley than the back alley, you hear a cry, like a panicked cry, and you see some people running out into the crowd as everyone backs away. and this almost like peasant-looking woman who's clearly like an attendee of the street fair that's been enjoying like the magic shows and stuff. She steps out and she looks back towards the alley and she looks across the courtyard and she cries out, "Body! There's a dead body in the alley!" Those of you that are at that back alley can hear it, but it's all the way over on the front side of the building. You don't see the figure anywhere in this back alley.
You think he already made it over there to kill somebody?
Well, if it's someone after car, they are probably able to move like he can. Which is...
If he move...
I'll look up.
But this would be moving so much faster than car. Just for the record. If it's the same person that you just saw, it would have basically had to have been like teleportation speed, because like a lot of that shit was happening at the same time.
Right, I'll look at Car as we like get out, because I was gonna say let's go to the side, and then we like hear the commotion, and I'll say maybe we should check on this ourselves.
Agreed. I'll follow Phil down the alleyway towards.
I'll rush. I will drop the pretense of being old and hobbled and just agilely like run.
What are the three of you doing at the back alley?
I would be looking up to see if I can see like the guy jumping around on the roofs or getting pulled up to the roof or something.
Why don't the three of you make another set of wits or wisdom and study tests? The target number is going to be 15.
Max would also be looking for any signs that magic was recently performed here, if there's any way to tell that.
Sure. The target number is 10.
8.
8.
Seven.
You don't see any evidence of magic. There's no like broken runes or like implements that have been disposed and tossed aside in the alley. And none of you see that figure anymore. You lost him in the night.
They move very quick wherever they are.
Yeah, they must have really not wanted to talk to us.
Well, let's try and circle around.
Yeah, apparently somebody got killed around there.
Yeah, we'll either meet with our friends or go see what's happening with the body.
Yeah, Car's like grappling right above Phil's head within the alleyway, flying over his...
I was gonna say if I could pick my way and kind of like parkour up, I would try to get up to the top, get up to the rooftops too.
Sure. The two of you head up to the rooftops, and as you scan the alley, you see what looks like a dead body in the middle of the alley, and you see your allies wrapping around the building and entering the alley from the street, like directly below you. And the three of you now see this body as well, just strewn out in the alley.
Does it look like it was killed by somebody like a car? Like lots of blood or something from wounds?
You see some pooled blood at the body, but you don't see like a lot of like wounds and stuff on the body. You can move closer to inspect it if you want.
Yeah,
Max would again search for signs of magic.
Okay.
Can we scan for anybody from the higher...
I was going to say, yeah. I'll turn my attention to the roof with Cartoon, and we'll just kind of scan there.
The three of you start to move towards the body to canvass the scene, and as you do, from the shadows, you hear a soft Silas.
I would not move if I were you.
From the opposite end of the street, on the other side of the alley, a soft growl resonates in the dark. And our three private investigators have found a group of people at the middle of a fresh crime scene. And that's where we're going to take our break.
These three definitely killed that person.
Got our suspects, gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
5 extra character points if you kill your other character. No, I'm just kidding.
Deal.
All right, let's take a break.
That's great. No, it sounds like we're gonna go to
no,
the
you're
opposite.
doing it right.
Yeah,
You're doing it
yeah.
right, yeah.
That's why I was saying. I just kind of wanted to mix us up.
Okay, cool. That means so Jesse, James. That means
Rocket.
that,
Sorry.
yeah, that is hilarious, actually. That means the two of you need to make a couple characters.
Okay.
So I'm going to message you guys this week about,
Sounds good.
you know.
I have a few characters to build this week.
Yeah, you do.
Well.
All right. Is there anything else the 8 of you want to talk about before the party's split in the alley?
Does anyone know
Doctor,
what
you are-
the covenless means from this note? Or what the cure is that they're talking about? Or who Arena is?
Do druids typically operate out of covens, or is that like what
Dare,
Bernard? No.
when you were approached by the vampire in the alley, the first time you guys went to the Darklighters Club, she called you covenless.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. I thought it was you too. And in character, I'll say, well, vampires usually travel in groups, but Dare, you travel in a group of not other vampires. The covenless, I think, is you.
That would make sense based on what I've heard from others of my kind. But the note says also the orphanage. Is that referring to us? An orphanage of not normal people? I could be covenless, or there could be more covenless they are speaking of.
The orphanage they spoke of in the note made it sound like it was in the night market, no?
That is what the note seems to imply.
Do you all remember? You all said you've been there before. Do you remember a orphanage?
Yes, didn't come across an
I
orphanage.
don't recall one, no.
An underground black market seems like a strange place to store children for adoption.
I think
I
they may
agree.
be referring to the orphanage in the terms of the unwanted in other parts of society, rather than necessarily children.
I guess that could make sense.
That's the way I took it, anyway. Would it be fair to assume that the cure at my clinic they're talking about is the cure to lycanthropy?
Strong possibility. You were under the impression that nobody knew about that.
Yeah.
So, because like your clinic operates day to day on like basically is just like a standard medical clinic. But that was where you had stored all your information on it and stuff.
But why would have... Oh yeah, wait, we don't know that. Yeah, never mind. Gotta remember what V knows and what Bernard knows before I start saying shit.
The
Then
problem
figure out
with
which
two
one was
characters.
right and just say it as that character.
Right? Hey Dad, why would a vampire want that cure?
Maybe they have issues they are dealing with. Friends they've made.
You think maybe they think there's some link between the cure for that and the cure for that? And I'll point to Dare again. I'll point to Dare, yeah.
I don't know. It could be.
Hey, narrator, out of character. Last time when I went to when Phil went into the Darklighters the last time, wasn't there someone in there that he thought was that was like looked suspicious? It was like I feel like there was something. I can't quite remember what happened in there, other than I talked to Adwale, but I can't remember.
I think that there were some hunters that were there, like like putting their legs up, like between
Sure.
jobs, but you didn't actually talk to anybody. I do think one of them was watching you kind of like suspiciously, though.
Okay, yeah. I can think of maybe one that would be interested in both vampirism and lycanthropy. A hunter, not unlike our fallen friend.
I mean, I doubt this letter came from a hunter if they're working with the vampire that headed that direction. The kind don't usually seem to like the other.
Not usually.
Well, the note does say it's a witch going to the clinic. If that makes a difference to anybody.
Hmm.
I know of no witches by name.
Hey, don't we know a witch?
Oh,
You think she's
actually,
back in town?
I mean, we have not seen Charlotte for a little while. We could try and reach out.
That is right. I've met the witch recently. I think she said she was leaving. No?
Wait, Phil met Charlotte?
At
She
the
was
funeral. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We could try and reach out to her and see if she knows anything.
Do we know where to find her?
They've been sending letters back and forth. Usually takes some time between the bird's got to find her. She's got to let the bird rest and then send the bird back.
We can send out a message as soon as we get back.
Hopefully it's not her.
But we've been speaking here for, what, half an hour? They are getting quite late. We should probably head out, no?
Right.
Very well. Lead on.
And Dare V and Car 10 head out of the alley, back into the crowds, and Philium, Silas V, Phil, and Max head the long way through the back of the alley into the next crowded, fare-filled street. You see off to the side there's a stand where a dove lands, and it's landing on a post that's just got like an eye that like blinks and opens, and then you can see past those crowds there's some more less occupied, less busy alleys that you can move through to continue on your way to get back to the tunnels to the night market. So for a little bit, Dare V and Carten exit our story. Do you guys chat about anything as you're leading them to the? It's gonna take a little bit, like probably like 20 minutes or so to get to the tunnel on foot.
Bernard's gonna look around at all of the doves on all of the things and go, "It really is a shame that there happen to be so many murders during the solstice. I always like seeing the sights."
It's job security.
Well, I mean, if it's a vampire, then obviously. Just looks
It's
up at this
true.
guy.
They can still kill whenever they want, half of the time.
I think the man in the hat who controls these doves knows more than he would let on about what goes on at the solstice.
There's a man in a hat that controls the doves.
I was
There
going to do the
is.
same thing.
There is.
Maybe we
Seem
should
to
find
know.
him and ask him some questions.
Perhaps after we figure out this night market situation.
It will be someone to talk to. He was not very forthcoming when we spoke with him.
He does seem particularly interested in maintaining the peace of the Solstice, though, so our goals may be somewhat aligned.
Well, if that is the case, and he has information, we should certainly try.
The enemy of my enemy and all that.
Well,
So all of
usually
these,
in our case, Bernard, that's also our enemy, so...
I mean, that's fair. Hasn't always been, though. There's been like that one time.
I suppose.
So all of these killings have been at the hands of vampires, yes?
Certainly seems that way.
Luna's confirmed that she smelt vampire at all 3 sites, so at the very least the vampire we're chasing was at all 3 murders. If not
Had
the
they all
one who
been-
committed them.
Had they all been drained the way this one was?
Same puncture marks.
This one was more drained than the previous ones, though.
This one was missing more blood, however. For whatever it's worth, anyway.
Anything to connect these events as anything other than random feedings? Vampires are known to kill people, after all.
This seems a bit excessive.
And in such a time as this, where there are so many more eyes out and about all the time. Very risky.
To back. 3 this fast? I don't think they get that hungry. It seems more like for fun, or pleasure. Or just gluttony, I suppose.
Well, these
All
people were
thoughts.
targeted for a specific reason and needed to be eliminated, so they figured why not have them snack in the process.
I'll turn to Luna and I'll say, did you smell any kind of sickness or disease on the first 2 bodies you found? Like this one seemed to have an infection.
No, just the same wounds.
Do you actually speak to animals as Phil?
No, I don't. But I'm
Okay.
like he is kind of like respectfully talking to Luna because he realized Luna is probably like a little more special than most animals. So.
Could someone be trying to incriminate the doctor that you all work with? Since he is a vampire.
I suppose it's possible. We are not entirely without enemies ourselves.
Well, I can tell you the other 2 were not sick in any way. Or at least not in any way that was put off a scent.
Not that was
Have
noticeable.
you been Have you been able to identify any of the bodies? Find out who they are, where they were from, what they do for a living? That sort of thing?
We've been on the hunt
Wait.
for a killer. The constables are looking into the people.
If we need that information, we can always get it from them later.
So you do have a good rapport with local law enforcement.
Good is a strong
Depends on the
word,
enforcer.
but we know some of them.
Right. Well, I suppose that is a good friend to have. If you could
Depends
call
on
them
the
a friend.
day you're asking.
Oh. You are not without your enemies too, then, it seems.
Yeah.
This is true.
But we
And
do have
just,
some powerful allies.
These guys weren't red hats, right? Like, that was the other guys, Matt?
The first guy, I think, was a red hat.
Oh, he was? Okay.
But these
Very
other 2
fair.
were just people that were pulled off the street, probably.
Speaking of which, yes, one of them was a red hat. We had a run with them previously.
Running. We killed a lot of them after they tried to kill us.
I was going to leave that part out,
There
but
was
not.
a change in leadership with the Red Hats.
There seem to be a lot of those lately.
Brought about forcibly, though, it seems.
We might have helped out.
I did not
No
appreciate
judgment.
being shot.
I would not appreciate being shot.
We tried to deal with them pleasantly, but it didn't pan out that way.
We
Sometimes it
return
doesn't.
fire.
You seem to be adept with those, my friend.
I am good.
Just wait
That
till
is
you see him
true.
shoot something.
I bring more than my stylish good looks to the table.
But those are important, Silas. It's part of why I hired you.
Thank you, Philium.
You're much more.
He fixes his
Get a lot more out of the
mask
females
on.
than we do.
I was gonna say, Maximilian, I do like your vest.
Oh, thank you.
You'll have to give me your
do feel-
haberdasher.
Yes, I'm sure that can be arranged.
This guy's accent is sounding very regionally similar to Jensen's, actually. Max. Like he's probably from the same area of Algamore. They didn't get to meet because Jensen fucking died, but, you know, we almost got there. We almost got there.
Almost got
Rip. Rip.
I mean,
We
somebody
cut-
suggested bringing him back.
We
Just
cut, to
saying.
we cut to a still shot of complete darkness. And I want V to make a brawn and athletics test contested by Max's wits and power.
Uh, 21.
Yikes.
I rolled almost max. I rolled an 11 and a 10.
Got it, Max.
15.
Alright. Both good rolls, honestly. But unfortunately, you guys were still not able to solve the puzzle that hides away the night market. So once again, this still darkness is interrupted by the night market door being forcibly slid open by V's pure strength.
Isn't V not here?
No, V went to the clinic.
These are the other group.
Yeah.
He's at the clinic.
So it had to be you. So
Mhm,
Max, we'll
mhm.
just say you solved it because nobody else is strong enough to.
No. Mm-mm.
I looked around in the docks for the puzzle and I don't know where I put it. So
I was gonna say, what was the puzzle based on? I have pretty high knowledge.
There was, I remember, 4 bricks that we had found that were like around the wall.
It was like a musical note structure puzzle.
Yeah.
They like lit up.
I like didn't get it across clearly enough, and eventually you guys were like, fuck it, just try to pull on the door. But we'll say this time it got solved by Max because he's come through once before. Boop, and then the door slides open. So
I
all
never
of you
would have
can
got
enter
that,
the
Max.
It just
Very
takes a little practice and know-how. And a good ear, of course.
As your party enters the night market, Max, you are greeted by some familiar sights. The cobblestone alleyways that make up the clumped structures of this underground, sunken, like hovel of a community. You can see the Hidden East tattoo shop and LaFalda's Third Eye sitting in the market square still, the Mother Goose's pie shop, and an empty lot where the Museum of Macabre was previously set up. You also see the tavern, the Bucket of Blood, across the way that you guys, I don't even think you went to last time, but it's still there. It looks like it's a permanent structure. And then that strange, aged man named Otto is still pushing his eel soup cart around, trying to sell it to people that are there walking through the shops. Luna, sniffing around in front of the party, kind of points off in like a northwesterly direction to an alley that kind of like is all the way on the other side of the main square, like curving out of view. It looks like it's the alley that curved into the tattoo shop before, that was like just to the right of the Bucket of Blood tavern.
Well, I believe we'll find who we're looking for this way.
Should I be purchasing vampire bullets? Is that a thing?
Are vampires weak to stuff?
Well, if they have the ability to transform into animals, then they become weak to silver. So yeah, silver can be useful against certain vampires.
Does
Not
anybody
all,
have
though.
silver?
I also think I heard a rumor or legend or folktale or what have you about blood of the dead man being particularly poisonous almost to vampires.
Should have brought V. Literally powered by blood of the dead man.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
And Car's silver bladed.
If we're going
Yeah, Car is
by
silver bladed.
folklore, if we toss rice at their feet, they have to count every grain before they can move.
If only we thought of that along the way, we could have bought a bag of rice.
Luna snorts like she thinks you're both idiots.
That gentleman has eels, no rice, though.
You can feel the disdain.
If there's a body of water,
feels like
they can't.
I do
cross
believe Luna just
running water.
side-eyed me, but not.
Need an
I'm sorry,
invitation to
Luna.
enter.
We're just joking around. Well, at least I am. I don't know if they are.
Yeah, I was definitely joking.
some vampires that know how to transform to and from an animal are particularly silver is particularly deadly to them.
Then perhaps if we could acquire some silver, we could make bullets with it.
I don't think we have the time for that right now.
That's unfortunate.
We do need to catch this vampire, though.
Well, as long as
Preferably
bullets
alive,
take
so we
down
can
the thing.
question them.
Well, you are too late for that. They are already dead. But
You know
we
what I
can
mean.
We need to catch them not
Good joke.
dead yet.
Freshly dead.
Re-dead.
Luna starts to circle as you guys reach the alleyway entrance, and she points back to the bucket of blood and she says, "They were in there too, but then they left and went down this alley."
Well, they stopped in the bucket of blood, but that could have just been for a drink based off of the name and the fact that they're a vampire. So that does seem like very excessive drinking, having killed 3 people already.
Well, perhaps they're not
And-
actually drinking the blood. Maybe they're keeping it for some reason in another container. So this is getting
Oh.
quite a bit.
Or maybe they harvested extra to sell to the bucket of blood
Could be.
for other patrons. Would we like
It's
to
not a
stop in
single
and see
vampire
if
acting
they know who we're following?
Well, if they were in there and they got out fine, they're probably friendly. It would take some time to coerce them to talk about them, I imagine. And Luna smells them moving on from there anyway. I think we should find them first and
She
foremost.
does. Very well. Lead the way, Luna.
Luna leads all of you curving into a thin alley. The broken, kind of ramshackle walls of the buildings in this below ground section really emanate that like Victorian rundown bricked structuring, and they're like built rising into like these greater arches that support these cathedral like stone ceilings that make up the underground.
So this is Yarnan.
Yes. Oil lanterns kind of like dimly light this path, but they seem to be getting fainter and fainter as all of you grow deeper.
As it starts to get difficult to see, I will close my eyes and then open them again, and they will be glowing ever so slightly. And I'm going to through my trickster magic, cast enhanced senses. Give myself dark vision and.
Ooh, using a Fey feature. I like it.
Is that actually from the core child Fey feature tree? I get that. Yeah. Additionally, targeting the power considers awareness skills rolls to be easy. So.
I should change that to study.
Yeah.
Your eyes light up, and you can see just briefly a flowing black dress in the dark, a pale body and red eyes watching you and the party. Dare, your hand.
Dare's not here.
Philium's here.
Sorry, Philium. Your hand, it kind of starts to tremble. It's almost like uncontrollable. And I want the whole party to make resolve and endurance tests for me.
Eat.
7.
8. Best I can.
5.
That's bigger than I thought it was. There's a snake in my boot.
Also 8.
There are 2 8s.
I had an 8.
8. Silas.
7.
Bernard.
I had an 8.
Okay. Phil.
5.
5. Wow. Okay. Everyone, including Luna, begins this combat encounter frightened.
Yeah.
The shrouds of the darkness start to build. Since we don't have tokens for the other crew, I don't think. Just use your main character token for this week, and we'll make sure we've got tokens made before the next one.
If you still have the table saved that we played on previously, they would be there.
Yeah, I just gotta go get them, and we're not gonna do that right now, because we want to play the game, bruh.
Yeah.
It's fair.
The cobblestones shift unnaturally around all of you, and each of you feels this brief kind of turn in your stomachs, like that fear has crawled into your intestines and nestled there to hide from the world. You see
There's 2 max.
spectral shit. Really, we have 2 max.
2 maxes and V is in there.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Well, that V will be me.
Yeah, you use V, I'll use the other max.
Okay, whatever. I don't actually know how that happened. Who's this? Oh, here we go. I don't know why there's 2. Oh, it's because Max made a duplicate of himself last time. Last time we had a combat. Spectral spirits start shifting through this space, and I need all of you to, add up your initiative so I can get the group total.
Mine's a 4.
While I quickly make art.
Bernard adds 2.
That's agility or agility, right?
Or wisdom.
Or
Either
wisdom
way,
if they retire.
Okay, it's 4 either way for me.
Use the rest.
Phil.
Wait, at my wisdom, it's 2 now.
I gotta say that Phil and Max are way higher level than the other 3 of us.
Are we really? Shit, okay.
I'm only ranked
good.
5.
Same.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, you guys are like twice the rank we are.
There's no
We'll do our best.
So if I can
We'll do our
break
best
this,
not to get you killed, but no promises.
if I can break this fear, I can try to tank this vampire. But
I thought I had something to fight off fear, but I just read through everything and I don't. Maybe
yeah,
that's on V.
I'm almost ready.
I just can't be surprised. I can be afraid, though.
What was your guys' total?
I added 2.
4.
4. We're at 10.
I have a 4.
14.
I'm also 2.
16.
All right. Well, you're going first. So as those spectral shapes are moving around, all you would have a chance to say a few words or come up with a plan or choose.
I will.
Going first.
As soon as I turn on my eyes and I feel my stomach drop, I'm going to say, "She is here, right over there," and I'll point in the general direction where she is. It gave me 3 bands of dark vision, or 3 range bands of dark vision. So I assume she's within 3 range bands, or she was at least.
I don't see her there anymore. You see the spectral figure instead.
Say, brace yourselves.
As they swirl, more appear, kind of like on all sides of the party.
I draw my guns.
And you come under attack from these spirits. Who would like to go first?
I couldn't get it pulled up fast enough. What is frightened? We just can't move. We can't move towards them, and I imagine it's probably difficult. Any tests against them are difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We can move towards them. We just move at half speed.
Half speed.
Right.
I'm going to not move anyways. I'm going to be using an aim ability, so I can't move anyways.
You want to go first then?
Sure. I'm going to burn a shot point to aim at this ghost over.
Okay.
That's 18 to hit.
That bullet passes square through the center of the skull of the ghost, and out the other side, it appears completely immune to your shot.
Gentlemen, I do not appear to be able to shoot these. I will shoot at another one just to see.
Okay. This one over here. Go make your attack roll.
That one's 16.
That hits as well, but seems completely ineffective, just passing through the ghost's translucent form.
I do have a problem here.
I think that's his turn.
Anyone folklore on ghosts and how to fight them?
I mean, I can make a check. If I go next, I can try to make it like a knowledge check. Try and help us.
Maybe you can make a knowledge check whenever you want. Knowledge checks, like remembering things or recalling things you've learned, never requires.
Okay, I'll make a wisdom knowledge check then. Yeah, that's cool.
I would like to as well.
Others can as well.
What would the check be? Wisdom knowledge?
Yeah, I think it would be wits or wisdom and knowledge.
Does this count as magic-related knowledge?
I think so. I think it definitely counts as magical-related knowledge.
Excellent.
I got a 19.
12.
I got a 10.
9.
Ghosts of this nature, these like purely spectral undead, are actually very rare. And most of you have probably never heard of a situation where like multiple of them are popping up at once and like haunting a group of people in an alley like this. You know that there are materials that they're retardant to, like they can't pass over salt circles. Certain crystals or white candles can help against them. Sage. Also, finding the ghost's remains and destroying them. You also know that pure iron can harm them. Some flammable materials or like weaponized salts can harm them or make them temporarily dissipate. And of course, like exorcising them or spectrally resolving whatever their unfinished business and can also destroy them.
So supernatural rules.
Yep.
Like
Max got a 21 if that makes a difference.
Oh, Yeah, Max, in this situation, if a mage needed, like, somebody like Silas to be effective and help them in this fight, they would probably need to, like, augment his weaponry somehow. But, like, magecraft and, like, magical fire and that kind of thing can definitely at least hurt these guys. But, like, regular old guns like Silas's are kind of fucked unless they're constructed against these guys or change somehow on the fly. If you have something that can like change a damage type or something like that, I don't know if you actually do, but
What about a magically lifted object?
yeah, I think that would hurt them. They're like completely immune to like standard like bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing though.
You mentioned things like salt and sage and stuff. Max probably has some level of like ritual implements.
Yeah,
in his vest pockets. Would he have things like that?
Yeah, you could definitely like attempt some rolls to try to like make equipment on the fly that will help with that, but you know that you're not going to have like a lot of any particular thing, so you're going to have to be creative.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to take the initiative unless you guys steal. I'm sorry.
Does there appear to be any iron around?
There might be, but you're going to need to search for it.
Okay.
I'm going to take the initiative unless you guys steal it.
I think we probably should steal it and do something because I just did nothing to them, and they're gonna come and whack us here.
Either this vampire pulled us into this trap and knew these would be here, or she's the source of these specters. I'm gonna try and search for her on my turn. See if I can, you know, I have dark vision and I can move pretty fast. Even if I'm moving towards her, I'm still moving 2 range bands. So
they can be harmed by iron. Does anyone have a sword or dagger or anything like that?
most daggers or swords would be steel, right? So it wouldn't be pure iron.
It's like mostly iron.
It does need to be like pure iron, like wrought iron to harm them. So actually, if there's, you know what you're looking for, really?
Fire
this
poker.
time period? Yeah, or you're looking for like a fence post that you can rip off. Because there's a lot of wrought iron fences in this community, too.
Yeah. I think I'd be strong enough to rip one off. I think we should keep the momentum, keep using the momentum for things.
Alright, so are you stealing or not?
Let's steal then.
Yeah, let's steal.
Well, I think he's saying he thinks you should do the opposite.
This is a democracy. I'm just voicing I don't think we
Alright,
should.
who's stealing? Don't worry, I'm going to give you that momentum back.
I know.
When I use it against you.
I mean, I don't think I
Who's
have.
taking the steal?
I mean, I would just be looking for iron. Then I could try and
I would
hand
probably-
out to people.
Yeah.
Wow, boys. You stole and nobody knew what they wanted to do.
Well, I mean, you know what I would do? I'm going to search for her. So if you want me to try to get to her quicker,
Go for it then.
yeah,
Yeah, go for it,
okay.
James.
Then I'll steal the initiative, and I will move in the direction that I'm like towards where she was. At least
That was this way. That path keeps on going. It doesn't hit a wall like that.
Sure. I can move. I don't know if I'm moving towards her or not, but I can move 4 range bands naturally. So if it's 2, I'll move 2.
Yeah, it's like 5 inches of range band on this map. If you tab and measure.
Would you be affected by that half movement speed if you don't know that you're heading towards the object of your fear?
Yes. Any direction you head right now, you're affected by it because all 4 of the ghosts are sources of it right now.
Oh, the
Gotcha.
ghosts are the source.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Then yeah, I would move to where I thought she was moving. 2 range bands.
She's running that way.
Okay. Can I see her though?
Nope.
No. Okay.
You only
Then
saw
I
her for a brief flash.
Sure. But I'm saying is like once I get there, I'm whether to decide whether I can start looking for shit with my deed or if I keep moving.
Yeah,
Like,
you
that's
don't
what I'm
see
trying
her
to
when
say.
you reach
No?
when you reach into the 2 range bands. It's like right there.
Okay. I will start. I'm not going to go any farther.
When you in that movement, you're going to trigger the ghost's reaction, and it is going to wail at you. And I need you to make a resolve and endurance test against a target number of 8. Oof.
Or
you gain 1 wound to your sanity.
Good, that's fine.
It's a good thing V didn't go this way. We could have lost him permanently.
Sanity's kind of my. I got a ton of sanity, so we're okay there. I'll kind of like my like heart will seize up in my throat as I see it again. I'm like looking around and I see it again. It'll come in my throat, and then I'll force myself to I'll like center my hands together and take in a really deep breath. And as I take that sanity wound,
What do you want to do with your deed?
Yeah, I'm gonna look around for iron around me.
Okay, sure.
Nine.
There's an opening through this wall to your right that leads into this chamber, and you can see some broken, like, iron fence pieces, like, laid out here.
Okay, is that taking my whole deed, or can I use my deed to move towards them?
You can use your deed to move towards them.
I will do so.
Okay.
Pick up as many as I can.
Yeah, you can pick up like a piece in each hand.
Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna go. This ghost is going to move down to here. And he's going to make an attack on you with his wail. And I need you to make a resolve and endurance test for me against a target number of 12, Mr. Maximilian. Ha! I don't think you can hit a 12.
I'm gonna say, it didn't seem like
You
resolve and endurance was this party's thing.
I got 2 D4s, baby.
I cannot hit a 12.
I spent a momentum to make it automatic on you. You take 1 wound to your sanity as the whale rocks your core. And you guys are up.
I'll
yell out. I found some iron.
Would I think that my claws would do anything to these things, since it's kind of a magical based ability?
They might. They have a better chance than a sword does.
Can I see Phil?
With the wrought iron pieces?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see him through like the broken structures of the wall moving around.
I like where you're thinking.
How far is a range band?
5 inches. So you're like almost 3 away from him right now.
I consent to be fastball special. Just saying.
I think he's gonna just tear those things.
They're
out of
just
your
gonna
hands.
swing
Or that,
throw
that's
them
fine.
telekinetically.
Yeah, I would hold them up too. I would have been like, I found iron.
I bet he was planning on ripping out the irons from your hand, but now I just want to see him toss you at things with the iron.
Who's up right now?
I'd like to go if no one minds.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Everyone else thinking about what they're gonna do.
Max will move over to the corner of this building.
Okay.
And then as he hustles over there, he pulls out his pocketbook and starts and waves his cane once around his head and says, "Phil,
Right here.
drop them."
Oh. Yes, sir. And I'll just like move him a little bit forward and just drop him in front of me.
As he does, Max will whisper a word and then whip his cane out in one direction and his hand in the other, and then throw the piece of iron at the two nearest ghosts.
Okay. This one and this one? Or you want to do this one down here?
No, the first two, yeah.
Okay.
That'll get the iron hopefully closer to people in the party.
Okay. Cool.
I would point out that this one's already gone, though. And that one is not.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Okay.
This guy's
So,
using
yeah.
Wargamer strategies.
I'm going to say it's a little metagamey, but...
Max is pretty smart.
Max would think something like that.
Max breaks down this fight in real time as if it was a war game in his head, you know?
I got a 21 on my power check.
Okay, they both failed.
Cool.
What is the damage on those strikes?
Hmm.
I'm feeling it's gonna be pretty decent.
Wait, is that it? Plus? Plus. Okay. 4 wounds each.
4 wounds each.
Holy
All right.
moly.
Both of their forms are like crackling and blinking afterwards, but they are still hovering in place after they're struck by the attacks. And I'll say that one of the wrought iron pieces like scattered out in front of you, Dari, and the other one's like on the ground back here. Anything else with your turn?
That's all.
Okay. I'm gonna take the initiative. This guy is gonna go. He's gonna fucking move in on Max. And Max, actually, I think I'm gonna use a bigger ability because I can. 7. Oh, you're too far. Fuck. All right. Well, it's going to release a cone that whale is going to ripple through the air out, and I need resolve and endurance tests against a target number of 8 from both Max and Bernard back here, and Luna, who's still at his side.
9 for Bernard.
Luna got a 6. And what did you get, Max? Tough rolls for you guys.
Is this something I can book knowledge?
Yeah, definitely. You can book knowledge. You can book knowledge anything.
Yeah, I just don't think this party's built for resolve endurance tests.
Well,
Dean.
Bernard, both you and Luna each gain a wound to your sanity.
What? I thought I passed it.
What'd you get?
Didn't you say I got a 9? Didn't you say it was against 8?
Yeah, you're right. You did pass it. Sorry,
All
just
right.
Luna
All
does
right.
because Max also passes. And that is that ghost's turn. Who's up?
Are you keeping track of Luna? Because I don't really have. I don't have
a
like.
character
Okay.
sheet for Luna.
Okay. And she has 2 extra sanity wounds for.
She does. That
Okay.
being said, she can only take like 4 of those, and then she's going to go down.
Yeah,
So she's
I know it's not a ton.
These guys
but...
are pretty dangerous for her too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who's up? This ghost and this ghost are not gone.
I'll go next if you're okay with that, Chris.
Get it?
Killed something.
I will cast power. I would like to cast plant manipulation.
Okay.
And have a vine whip out against this one that's already injured. And I'm going to use the root whip effect of plant manipulation. So I make a power roll against a creature within my range, which is 2 range bands. I'm pretty sure he was within range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you using momentum on this?
No.
Okay, I'm going to use momentum. Target number to beat is a 10. Roll your power test.
I got a 6.
Oof, yeah, unfortunately that misses. Luna moves in and charges at him as well, but her claws and bites just pass through the ghost.
Luna, pick up one of the iron bars. And
I saw that in a video game once. She's gonna rush over to one of the iron bars, and she's gonna pick up the spiked end, and she's gonna hold it in her mouth like sword wielding dog style.
Fuck yeah.
That reminds me of that border collie from TikTok.
Exactly what
I love that.
You want to move it all?
Yeah. No, I'll stay where I'm at.
Cool. This ghost is going to shift forward, and it's going to use its cone attack on the two of you because you're still lined up. So I need resolve and endurance tests from Dare, or sorry, Philium, and Bernard over here. Bernard,
Six.
Just pronounce it right. Definitely failed. What did you get, Bernard?
6.
Both of you
Too.
gains 1 sanity wound. It's like little stings, everybody. I'm just building up. All right, I've only got 1 ghost left, and we just have Dare.
Philium.
Sorry, Philium. My bad.
How
We
dare
need to
you.
change the tokens. We need to change these tokens.
One of the pieces of iron was thrown and clattered somewhere around here, right?
Yeah, like right in front of you.
I will
Perfect.
pick that up.
You gonna go in for the stabby?
Yeah, if it's vaguely sword-shaped, I'll know what I'm doing.
It's not really. It's more like fence post shaped. But go ahead and try to jab it.
What is the roll for jabbing with a fence post?
It's probably like brawn and attack because it's pretty heavy.
For sure.
You guys are really set up
Brawn,
to be able to
but I am
attack.
decent at attack.
Well, I rolled a 4, so
12.
Oh, that's a hit. That's a hit. You dissipate that ghost.
All right, 1 down.
Anything else, Dari?
Well, with the iron, that was like most of a range gun. I'll just try and like position in front of these ghosts down here moving up.
I like that positioning.
God, I don't. We
Put
just all
bullets
lined
in
up
my
for
ears.
this thing to hit us.
All right, this ghost is going to swale across this line, and I need Philium, Bernard, and Silas to all roll resolve and endurance against target number 8.
6 again.
I got 11.
I'm pretty sure.
Give
it's-
myself another sanity wound there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's another sanity wound for the 2 of you, and that ends the round.
I only have 2 sanity. I am like just barely.
I went last, which means you guys get to go.
Did you say that is it possible to throw these or is it not?
The
Are
wrought
they
iron?
too? Yes.
No, you can try to throw them if you want. You're gonna have to use your brawn though,
Okay.
because they're heavy. So it'd be like a brawn attack.
Well, that's probably not worth it. I will pick up. I'll pick up 2 more. Is there 2 more to pick up?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I should
Matt,
say,
do
can I
need
go?
to-
You okay with me going?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna
do
be
I
able to
need
get to another one.
concentration checks for sanity damage.
Yes, you do technically need to make a focus test.
Okay, and that's just my spellcasting modifier and my power roll, right? Let's see.
No, the
Where
focus
is-
test would be wisdom, resolve, and endurance. So you would probably want to use wisdom.
Yes, I would.
And the target
Roll
number-
the
target
ruler
number
thing
was
again.
9.
Tab.
Yeah.
I passed the first one. And I failed the second one. Alright, I no longer have plant manipulation up.
That's what you get. That's what you get. My ghosts
Disagree.
are like toxic sports athletes. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up 2 more and just carry 1 with me. And as I go in for the attack, I'm gonna drop the second one so that I can hold it with the other one with 2 hands.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to stab this thing with a wrought iron.
Okay. Go and make your attack. I rolled a 7.
Can Silas carry cast iron horseshoe? Just app for luck.
No.
I don't get all my bonuses obviously to attack, but I do get +4 to that, so it's gonna be a 10.
A 10? That hit
Yeah.
and brings that ghost down.
Nice.
I have 3 more inches of movement. Can I get? Oh, I can't get to any more. Man,
Max, you did all that damage, and they just came into bot lane and stole your.
Well, I want to use my strikes, my quick attack strikes ability, but it has to be a melee, and I can't.
Yeah.
Get within melee.
Well, I am over leveled for this area, so.
Yeah, that's true. You are questing in a low level zone. Jeez.
Seriously. Yeah, your horseshoe comment made me think of Morkborg because it's got a weapon in it for one of the classes. It's like the horseshoe of death. It has a 1 in 4 chance of just auto killing something it hits.
It's awesome. I need one of those.
All right, what are you doing, James?
I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of the goddamn ruler.
F1.
F1.
Use my last 3 inches or so to move out of the cone a little bit farther.
Okay. All right, I'm taking initiative. I think I'm just gonna go with this ghost, and I don't think I can get all 4 people. So I'm just gonna cone. I'm gonna wail again, and hit our 3 private detectives. If you can roll resolve and endurance for me, it's the target number of 8.
I got a 9.
I can
4.
roll it. I'm not gonna pass it, but I can roll it.
I can pass it.
Use
Oh my
momentum.
god. I did.
You can use momentum.
Yeah, you can use
8.
momentum.
8. Okay. That's
Oh shit! Nice.
I failed. I got a 4.
I feel like those bullets in Silas's ears are working.
Alright. So 2 of you passed?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I got a
1
9.
more sanity wound for our friend. And
It's a good
are
thing
you
that's...
1 away from threshold?
No, I have 6 sanity.
Then
Oh, no, wait,
that
hold
makes
on,
sense.
that
You're
should be-
druid. Alright. I'm gonna move to there. And then that is gonna be the ghost turn. Who's up? Oh, I had to use
No, I
momentum.
Actually, looking at my character sheet, I think I flip-flopped them. I think I am one sanity wound away.
You
'Cause I
guys
did
are,
more-
you guys have 3 momentum now, just to let you know. Who's up?
Max.
Uh,
I have no means of attack.
Yeah,
yeah, Max
I'll
would
go.
be a good one.
Max has good attack.
Go
Max
Max.
has very good attack.
yeah, I'm gonna telekinesis the piece of iron that Phil dropped, and then the other one I threw earlier that no one grabbed, and just toss them at the other 2 ghosts.
Alright. Go and make your 2 power tests. I rolled a 4 and an 8. It's not very good. It's not very good. Jeez. Holy cow. That is 2 crits. You killed both of those ghosts.
Phew.
Hell yeah.
The
Excellent.
smoke
Sweet.
in the alleys clears, and the path
Getting
straightens
power
out.
leveled.
Straightens out the way it was before. As that happens, those of you with dark vision that were peering down, you don't see the woman in the black dress, but you do see something else. Something that becomes obvious as more of the darkness, that magical shroud clears away, and all of you can see it. A large 3-story ramshackle building set ablaze. And that's where we're going to end our session for the night.
Interesting.
The
What did the
orphanage.
note say?
It's on fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
They burned down the orphanage.
Well,
Pretty
shit.
fucked up.
Everybody.
It's pretty fucked up killing kids, Matt.
Great session, everybody. Great session.
It's okay.
He's
He's
not
pretty
even
sure.
gonna-
He's pretty sure from what he thinks that the vampire actually did it. So,
That was
later on, I
fun.
mean, the vampire actually did it.
Nerve-wracking but fun.
Mhm.
What was nerve-wracking? Playing 2 characters?
No, fighting a ghost, and I roll
Four
2d6s,
ghosts.
I managed to avoid sanity loss.
Yeah,
I
you guys did a good job. They didn't do very much damage, but they were definitely designed to not be easy, and they got obliterated.
I mean,
by
it took the majority of my sanity wounds away, despite the fact that I was also rolling 2d6. I was just apparently rolling them worse.
I would have been downed if they would have succeeded both times on that. I would have been done.